Yo, what's happening? What's up? What's good? It's been a minute. I haven't been uploading on YouTube. Just haven't been uploading on YouTube, man. I've been focused on the moving company, focused on our junk removal service, our storage service, and I started an eBay account, so I've been doing reselling, and I've been really busy, so I haven't been uploading. I haven't even been doing videos really, but I thought I'd tap in with you guys real quick. But before I do that, first things first, shout out to all the subscribers. Really appreciate everybody rocking with the channel, liking my videos, and subscribing. Y'all are dope. So it's the end of February, and the market is heating up. At least it is here in Denver. We're seeing an increase in the amount of leads that are coming in. We're seeing an increase in the amount of homes that are selling. The market is heating up. Supposedly the feds are going to be lowering the interest rate, like 3.5%. That would be huge for moving companies. So let's hope that happens sooner than later. But things are starting to heat up a little bit here in Denver, which is great. We've been spending a lot of time connecting with realtors. We have people on the team that have been going to the realtors monthly meetings. If you're not doing this and you want to do more work with realtors, you definitely should be. Most realtor firms, they have monthly sales meetings, and a lot of the time if you give them a call, ask them when the sales meeting is, they'll let you come out and pitch your services, and usually you just have to buy them breakfast, buy them lunch, and we've been doing that. It's been working really well. We've been building relationships with realtors, which is great rolling into the spring, because we want to do bigger jobs. We do a lot of apartment moves, and that's the bread and butter, but we want to do some bigger moves throughout the spring, throughout the summer, and leading into the fall. So we've been networking with the realtors, and just trying to build more relationships with people in the community. We're going to be sponsoring some events for some nonprofits coming up. I'm going to be buying, an entire bar for a nonprofit for one of their galas that they're going to be doing. So I'm going to be donating all the liquor to that, which is great. Anytime that we can help out a nonprofit, we will. And ultimately, it's really good for the community, but it's also good for your business. So, but we're doing everything that we can to, get our name out there in the community. We're finishing year 3 of business, and we're hoping that this year is going to be a really, really profitable year for us. We're going to be paying off 2 trucks this season, and we've been working really hard to bring down our expenses. So I plan on doing a video about expenses, what we spent in 2022, what we spent in 2023, and just kind of give you guys an idea of what it costs to run a legitimate moving company. And what do I mean by legitimate? We're buying into every single process. We're paying for all of our insurance, workman's comp, unemployment, liability, cargo, auto, and you incur a lot of expenses when you're running a legitimate company. And we have car notes on pretty much all of our trucks, and you have to pay for labor, right? Pay for software, pay for advertising. So this year we're doing things a little bit different. We're getting really, really dialed in and just trimming all the fat wherever we can. What do I mean by trimming the fat? We're just cutting expenses on things that we don't need, right? And we're trying to figure out different strategies and different plays and processes that will save us money. And this year we're going to be sticking to a budget. So we started our budget in Q1, and we're going to stick to that budget, especially with marketing and advertising, right? It's really important that you have an advertising budget and you're not just being willy-nilly with your money, right? And just throwing money at Google ads, and throwing money at Facebook ads, and throwing money at marketers. I talked to some other moving companies and across the United States and other service businesses, and they'll work with a Google ads guy, and the Google ads guy is taking 20% of their advertising spend, right? Which is insane to me. And so we're just trying to be smarter and be more profitable and make more money and just make things more comfortable in the slow season, if you know what I mean. Because once the slow season hits, you see a major decrease in business. I don't care who you are. You might be in a warmer market and you see more consistent business, but we're in a cold market, and when winter comes, people stop buying houses. You just see a decrease in the amount of people that are moving. So we're just doing everything that we can to prepare for the next slow season right now, and it starts right now. So in addition to just trimming the fat and being on a budget, I'm recruiting right now, so I'm preparing for the busy season. So we have 3 trucks and a trailer. I would love to get another truck for the busy season, so we might lease something. Still trying to figure out the numbers with that, because we did just buy a junk truck this winter. It's a $100,000 junk truck, and right now we're probably making like $3,000 to $4,000 a month off that truck. We need to make a lot more, but at least that that truck is paid for by the amount of work that we're doing right now. But I would love to get another truck just to prepare for the busy season, because we left a lot of money on the table last year. People want to work with us and we just didn't have the availability right. They need to move on Friday, but we only got availability on Sunday. Friday's booked out. So we're just preparing to be able to work with as many people as we possibly can. So we need a bigger team, and I'm recruiting now. I'm approaching the recruiting process a lot differently. I'm really taking my time with the interview process. I've been sending out a weekly recruiting ad on Craigslist, and it's been going really well so far. Obviously, we hire guys that even through the interview process aren't just a good fit, right? Like, guys will tell you, whatever they need to tell you to get the job, right? And then once you get them into the process and put them on the team or put them on a move, you start to see their true colors. And a lot of people aren't built for this industry. A lot of people aren't built to be movers, right? A lot of guys are desperate for a job, and they think that, hey, I can move furniture, it's easy, but it's really not. It does take a skill set to move furniture and to take care of your clients and be customer service friendly. There's a lot that really goes into it. Anybody can move boxes to and from a truck, right? But it takes a really particular person to fit our culture and fit our operation. So I've been doing the weekly ads. I don't put my company information on these ads just because there's a massive surge of migrants, and I made that mistake once, and I had so many people calling me that didn't speak English wanting a job. I appreciate the hustle and everything, but I was getting like 10 to 15 phone calls every single day from people trying to find work that don't speak English, and respect the hustle, but we don't have anybody on our team right now that's bilingual to work with guys who don't speak English. So I don't put any of my information on the ad about the company, and the ad basically breaks down the responsibilities in the company, and then really at the bottom of the ad it says you have to submit your resume or I will not follow up with you. And you won't believe how many people don't even make it down to the bottom of the ad, right? They don't read everything, and that's fine. I want to weed these guys out, right? If they're not going to take the time to read the ad, they're probably not going to take the time to read the playbook. They're probably not going to take the time to read the job notes. So you'd be surprised at how many people just hit me up like, hey, I've hit you up 3 times. Why haven't you responded? Well, I haven't responded because you didn't submit a resume, right? And with ChatGPT, you can put together a resume in like 2 minutes. You know what I mean? 5 minutes, you can put together a resume. And you'd be surprised at how many grown men don't even take the time to do that. So posting the ad, I'm trying to do 2 interviews a week. I did one yesterday. I took a guy out to lunch. It seems like he's going to be a good fit, but he doesn't have a car, so we're going to see if he's able to make it to work, right? It's not often that I hire somebody that doesn't have a car that can get to work on time. It's very rare that somebody has enough hustle and ambition to get on the bus 2 hours early to make it to work on time. It's very rare. Back in the day, you would see a lot more of that. guys just don't have the urgency or the consistency anymore to get to work on time if they don't have a car. I still got guys that have a car and still can't get to work on time, right? But so I've been trying to do 2 interviews a week, weed guys out quickly, and we're just trying to book as many jobs as we possibly can. You should be recruiting right now, all right? Even if you don't have the work, still go through the recruiting process and let guys know, hey, I don't have a lot of work right now, but if you're still looking for work in 3 weeks, in a month, give me a call back and we'll get you into the rotation, right? You'd be surprised at how many people will actually call you back. So recruiting heavy. In addition to that, we've expanded our sales team. So we're going through a training process with somebody right now. This person is a rock star. They're in the local city government. They have a lot of personal accomplishments that they've achieved. They're just a rock star, right? And they want some extra income, and we need help with the back end stuff, right? With sales and customer service and just following up with emails and stuff. So we're training this person right now. They're doing about 10 to 15 hours a week, which is great, because we only got one salesperson in the office right now, and she can get overwhelmed when there's a lot of leads coming in, and we need to follow up with leads quickly. Always follow up with your leads as quickly as you can. It's just really important for you to be able to secure that job and book that job. So follow up quickly. Our follow-up time's got to be a lot better. So I got to do a better job at doing follow-ups. But typically we only got one person in the office, and if she has 15 leads come in, it's a lot of work, right? Like each phone call could be 15 to 30 minutes, and that's an entire day right there. We want to do the sales process the right way and not cut any quarters or skip any important steps. That way we can book that job, because the goal is always to be able to book the job, right? To book the job, that's always the goal. So we're building our sales team. I got to step things up in the sales area. Last week was crazy, dude. We booked like 15 jobs in 48 hours. It was a record for us. And kind of out of nowhere. Yeah, it's the end of the month, right? It's the end of the month, beginning of the month. Everybody wants to move, but like 15 jobs in 48 hours was insane. So we got to take a little bit of pressure off the sales team in the office, bring somebody else on, and we might bring another person on as well for the busy season. That way, everybody has time to be able to spend with their family, and that's part of the reason why we're bringing more guys on as well for the busy season, is make sure like guys have 1 to 2 days off in the summertime. The hiring process, that base pay is going to be like 22 to 23 an hour for all the new guys, and I'm giving everybody on the team raises. 25 cents here, 50 cents here. The goal is to get all my top guys close to 25 an hour, 26 an hour. That may not sound like a lot, but we do other things. Bi-weekly bonuses, performance pay, review pay, 401k. But we want to keep the talent. We want to keep the guys that buy into the culture. So, and in order to do that, you got to put more money in their pockets. So, we're giving the guys raises, and then we're bringing guys in, 22, 23 an hour, and we're just hoping that attracts the right type of talent, the right type of guys. And so far, it's working pretty well. Hired another veteran, which is great. Got another vet on the team, a Marine, so that's always great. So what else do I got going on, man? What else do we got going on? The storage operation, the storage. So the warehouse has about 6 to 8 vaults in it right now that are full. And then on the storage property, we have probably 5 other units with people's stuff in them. All that stuff should be in vaults, but it's hard to get vaults right now. And all the companies that sell vaults here locally, have to outsource them from other states. And so it's a process. And once they get here, they sell fast. So we have 10 more vaults coming in the next couple of days. They were back ordered by 2 weeks. So once those vaults come in, we'll transfer some of the stuff in the storage units over to the vaults. And storage is picking up, just like the market is heating up. So we're going to see more storage clients. We're trying to upsell our clients anytime they tell us that they're moving into a storage unit, we try to upsell them on our storage service. But vaults, they're not for everybody. Some people want access to their stuff. They want to be able to go to the self-storage unit, open up the locker and get their things as they need them, right? But they can't do that with the vaults. They just can't come to our warehouse and say, hey, I need something out of the vault. We'll make exceptions sometimes, for emergency situations. We'll try to be accommodating, but it's not something that we can do all the time for our clients, right? It's a different type of storage service. But we are putting more time into that. So slowly but surely, we're doing more business. But primarily the warehouse is for my resale business, which is going really well. eBay, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, and I've been doing auctions and then buying stuff and reselling it. It's been going really well. But eventually we're just going to need a bigger warehouse, man. There's other people in the warehouses next to me, and it's like it's a guy who flips and sells cars, and he pretty much does everything that you can possibly do with flipping a car, tires, the mechanical, the paint, all of that in 4 different bays. And sometimes they have 50 cars there and there's like nowhere to park. It's just kind of a pain in the ass. So I'm going to be looking for an even bigger warehouse and just like going all in on storage and doing whatever I can to get more clients. So we're going to keep upselling our storage service to all of our clients. We're also upselling our junk removal service to all of our clients. Like, I'd say 90% of our junk jobs right now are people that call us to move. We just let them know, like, hey, are you calling for a junk quote or a moving quote? A moving quote. Okay, great. Did you need help with junk? Like, we're making sure that our clients are aware that we do junk removal. So about 90% of our jobs right now are from clients that come, request a moving quote, and then we upsell them on junk. And it's going okay. I would love to see that truck out on the road 4 to 5 days a week. Right now it's probably 1 to 2 times a week, but it's fine because I use it for my other business. But we're hoping to do a lot more business. We're going to start doing mailers, and we're going to be more consistent with the yard signs in the area. So we're going to be doing some night operations. One of my guys wants to make extra money. He's trying to get an apartment, so he wants that overtime, and so we're going to do a night operation. We'll probably do it once or twice this week and put up like 25 junk removal signs, a couple moving company signs, and see if that turns into more business. But we are doing the pay-per-click on a budget, and we are doing some Facebook boosted posts, and the boosted posts on Facebook have been actually working really well. You just have to make sure that you're only doing boost posts for your area, right? Like, geographically you want it to be for your city. I see a lot of moving companies, their ads pop into my feed, and they can be in Atlanta, they can be in Oakland, and they're burning through their advertising dollar. The wrong people are seeing their ads. It'd be a little bit different if you were a moving broker, if you did long distance and that was your specialty and you're pitching your service to different states. But for local moving companies, you got to make sure that your ads are dialed into your city, and I see a lot of people making that mistake. But we are doing the boosted posts, and they are working, and I'm just getting creative with the advertising. I'm using ChatGPT to kind of brainstorm things. I'm using ChatGPT for like micro blog posts for our Google business profile. If you don't have a Google business profile, you need to start figuring out a way to get one, to get an address, and to start getting reviews from your customers, because you want to be able to be found on maps, right? Like, that's organic leads, and you need to put more focus into your Google business profile. Highly recommend checking out Mindsaw on YouTube. He's a guru when it comes to that. He's a straight shooter. He's not going to lead you in the wrong direction or sell you anything. It's highly recommend you check him out. So junk is going okay. We do need to do more business. The car note on that truck is really expensive. What else do we got going on, man? What else do we got going on? Just getting ready for the moving season. I've been getting ready for the moving season. We updated our playbook. I'm going to be sending the dispatch manager his new playbook. He's been stepping it up. He wants to make more money. He's got to be consistent, right? Like, there's no reason that he's not here at 7 a.m. every single day, making sure the trucks have everything they need for the crew. You know, a successful operation starts at the very beginning. It starts with me when I wake up in the morning. It starts with the dispatch manager when he arrives first, right? He's got to make sure that the guys have the materials that they need. He's got to set them up for success. It's my responsibility to set the guys up for success, to set him up for success, and he's got to have the same mindset, right? It's got to be, you know, it's his responsibility to make sure the trucks have everything they need, right? If the guys don't have a floor runner, we're setting them up for failure, right? Because we sold the customer on this service, right? You know, when we go through the sales process with the customer, we're letting them know, hey, when the guys arrive, they're going to greet you, they're going to introduce themselves, they're going to lay out the floor runners, neoprene floor runners. Those are included at no extra charge, right? The customers are expecting that, so when they don't get that, it becomes an issue, right? And then when things get damaged, it becomes a bigger problem, right? You sold me on this service, and your guys didn't perform to that standard, and you know, now I'm disappointed, and now we have this, you know, damaged piece of furniture, and it's just tough, right? So that's why it takes everybody to buy into the process. It takes everybody to buy into the culture. And when you got guys that don't buy into the culture, you know, guys that are pessimistic, guys that are negative, right? They bring that negative energy to the job. They won't want to buy into the process. They start to alienate everybody else on the team, like negativity, like misery loves company, right? They start to alienate everybody on the team, and that's when your operation just gets poisoned, right? And so you got to weed out those type of guys as quickly as possible, right? The guys that don't respect you, the guys that, you know, constantly have a bad attitude, the guys that don't buy into the process, you know, the guys that just show up and think that they're just going to clock in for a paycheck. You got to make sure that you're able to see those guys quickly, and don't be desperate. Don't be desperate, man. Just recruit more. Recruit. That should be one of your top priorities. Slow season, it doesn't matter when, like, it should always be your top priority is to recruit. Hire fast, fire fast, get the bad apples out of the bunch. We've been doing a really good job at that, but it takes everybody to buy into the process, man. It's just so important. Like, everybody wants to make more money. How do we do that? You buy into all the processes. The company is more profitable, then we can give raises. And you know, the days of just throwing a guy a t-shirt and just say, hey man, welcome to the team, figure it out, you know, those days are well behind us, man. They're well behind us. We're not doing that anymore, man. You know, you don't want to be desperate. I understand what it's like to be stressed out and not have the guys that you need for a job, but as a company owner, a moving company owner, you got to be a hybrid owner. And what do I mean by that? Like, you have to get on the truck and do the job sometimes, right? You know, you have to be there every morning to make sure that your team sees your face. You got to hype them up. You got to, you know, thank them for their work. You got to see how they're doing. You know, you got to pull up on jobs, man. Pull up on jobs and make sure the guys are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Introduce yourself to the customers. You got to be a hybrid. You got to be active, right? And there's going to be times where you have a big job, a 4-bedroom house, and it's for 6 movers and only 4 guys show up, right? And you got to hop on the job, man. You got to put in the work, especially in the early stages of your company. It's just so important, man. I have so many guys that hit me up, and you know, they have a 1-truck operation and 3 guys, and they don't want to do any work, right? They feel like they made it, right? And you know, like, what are you doing with your time? There's only so many things that you can do in the office, right? Like, especially when you're a smaller company, there's only so much you can do. So what are you doing with your time, right? Are you building that culture with your team? Are you leading from the front, right? Are you pulling up on jobs and helping the guys out and introducing yourself to the customers? Like, all those things are important. Everybody's got to buy into the process. That's got to be the culture for the company. And my guys know, man, like, I have no problem hopping on the truck. I have no problem filling somebody's spot if they got a bad attitude. I don't need you on the team. I can find guys. I just posted in an ad and 25 people hit me up in 48 hours for work. It wasn't like the pandemic, man, where you couldn't find labor. There's guys that need work right now. So if a guy has a bad attitude, a guy's 40 minutes late, dude, see ya, go home, man. Take a couple of days off. Spend some time thinking about how you can get to work on time. I'm going to cover your spot because I have no problem stepping on the truck and putting in the work, man. So that's got to be the mindset. You got to be the one that puts in the work. You got to be the one that steps up when things aren't going, how they should be going. When guys are underperforming, that's when you got to step in and be the leader. So, but yeah, man, I'm ready for the busy season. I know the team's ready for the busy season. I know they're ready for the hours. I know they're ready for the summer. It's snowing right now. It's supposed to snow for a couple more hours. We're ready for spring though. We're ready to do more business. I'm excited, man. Trying to secure a small loan right now so I can get the rest of the trucks wrapped. We're gonna do different style wraps on all the trucks. Make sure our brand pops. We just have the one wrap truck right now, and you'd be surprised. Like it's a driving billboard. A lot of people just hit us up because they see the truck, and man, it's free advertising. You pay $2,500 to get the truck wrapped, but over a year's time, you'll probably get 15 to 25 leads just from the side of the truck. You book 50% of those jobs, and the truck wrap pays for itself. And it's a driving billboard. So if everything goes smooth, we'll get that loan. We'll get all the trucks wrapped. I might get my personal truck wrapped as well. And we're just really just trying to step it up and make a big push into this Denver market, and try to hit 1.5 million, or we got close to 1 million last year, but we want to do 1 million profitable. And yeah, man, so that's what I got going on. I miss you guys. I'm really thinking about doing live streams. I'm just not feeling like tapping in and doing videos right now, man. If I'm not enjoying it, then I'm not doing it. And I got the eBay hustle that I really, really enjoy, and going to auctions, man, and buying and reselling. And I'm gonna get a booth at an antique mall, so I'm making really good money doing that. So that's kind of like my side hustle and what I enjoy doing right now. So I'm not doing a lot of videos, but I'm really thinking about just doing live streams, like maybe 1 or 2 a week. So I need to tap into somebody in the live stream community and just see what their setup's like and what that looks like. And so we might do that, but I'll keep you guys posted. But I gotta go to the warehouse right now. One of my clients is moving out their promo trailer. They're gonna be moving it over to the Rapids Stadium. So I want to get over there, make sure everything is going smooth with them, see if I can help them out a little bit. But I hope everybody's working hard, working smart, grinding, not sweating the small stuff. I gotta go, man. I gotta get back to work. Peace, dog. Peace.